Alright, so today is Thursday, May 29th, and today is the second day of my 7-day water fast. And yesterday was the first day. It was pretty good. I didn't cheat. I only drank water. I didn't drink as much water as I should have, but that's just because I was on the go. I was pretty busy. But I gotta go to work. I've been off since Saturday, and because I've been a little under the weather. So I just came into the store real quick to get my little girl, to get my kids some stuff to eat and drink. I'm gonna drop it off on my way to work. So, these little bad boys right here, they got a new flavor called White Peach, which these are horrible for you. They're very bad for you because they're full of sugar and tons of other stuff. But this is the new flavor. I absolutely love these right here. They are terrible for you. This flavor right here, this flavor is good, and also this is one of my favorite flavors. Now I'm not gonna cheat, so I'm not gonna get one, but I am going to get me a water. So I'm just trying to see which one. I think I'm gonna get a vitamin water. But those are my weaknesses, and let me show y'all another one of my weaknesses. So I'm not a pickle person, but these pickles right here, if you have ever had them, they're not sour, and because I don't like sour pickles, and they're not sweet, but they got like the perfect flavor. They got like a little heat to them, a little spice, but they're so good, and the crunch is absolutely amazing. So these one of my weaknesses. Of course, I gotta put it back because I'm not cheating. No cheating, we're not cheating. But them right there, I love them. They are so addictive, but they also are full of sodium. They're full of salt, which is something that I need to stay away from, considering the fact that I have pre-hypertension or hypertension or whatever, borderline pre-hypertension. So I'm gonna just get me one of these good old body waters right here, and I already got a jug of water at work. All right, so y'all will be hearing from me some more today and every day for the next 7 days, and I'm out. All right, so today is day 2 of my 7-day water fast, and I'm not gonna be on here long because it's getting late. I've been at work all day, and I'm kind of tired, kind of sleepy because I didn't rest well last night. My body woke up like around 4, but even prior to that, like, I just didn't sleep well. So, like I said, today is day 2 of my 7-day water fast, and if you want to know what I'm fasting for, so there was a point in my life where I did a few 3-day water fasts in the past, and also there were times where I fasted all the time. It was nothing. Like, it was nothing for me to do 12-hour fast and do just water, or you know, wherever for 12 hours. Like, it was nothing for me to fast and didn't eat nothing for 8 hours. Like, I did it all the time. But however, life be lifing, and life happens, things happen, setbacks, trials, tribulations, disappointments, things happen, and not making excuses for myself, but over a period of time when things, you know, happen, it's like I was surrendering to the Most High, and I was in His will, and I was repenting and just, you know, doing everything that I knew to do. But, you know, in different seasons of my life, things just were not going the way that I thought that they were gonna go. And so that's when I began to kind of go astray. I went kind of AWOL in a sense, and along the way, I just was not disciplined, you know, in various seasons of my life. Like, when I first got saved, I was on fire for God, but, you know, things took a turn after about 1.5 years or 2, and when things were not going the way that I thought that they should go, and I was being obedient, and I was making all these sacrifices, and I just, you know, I went astray because I felt like, you know, things were not happening the way that I wanted them to happen or whatever. And so along the way, I lost a lot of discipline. So some of the things that I'm fasting for is, of course, discipline, self-control, I want to get closer to the Most High. I want to be able to hear His voice more clearly, so I won't have to doubt or second guess what He's saying from my voice, from the enemy's voice. So clarity, confirmation, a little bit more on what I'm fasting for or believing in God for during this 7-day water fast is breakthrough. I'm tired of working a 9 to 5, as you all may know. I don't want to do it no more. I've voiced my opinions and how I feel strongly on that. I'm burnt out. I no longer want to work for a corporation. I don't want to do it. I want to do my own thing. I want to be able to travel full time with my ministry and my coaching business. And it's not that I'm lazy. It's just I don't want to spend the rest of my life every day making someone else's dream come true. And so I'm more fulfilled and I'm more happy and more at peace when I'm in my purpose, doing what I love, and, doing what the Most High has purposed me and called me to do, which is this. And so in this season, I'm taking a bit of a shift. I'm still talking about love and relationships and different things, taking what I've learned from past relationships and situationships and applying it to what I learned to help other women or to help other people. But I'm still in that season, but also now I want to incorporate prayer and fasting and just walking by faith. And so we know that without faith it's impossible to please God. And so that's the season that I'm in right now. I'm in my waiting season, which I'm gonna do a separate video on that. But my waiting season, I'm believing in God for a kingdom marriage. Not just any marriage, but a God-ordained marriage. A marriage that has been orchestrated by the Most High in heaven, and heaven is backing that marriage. And so, I'm just kind of tired of doing the same old, expecting different results, tired of meeting the same people with the same motives and agendas. And so now I'm ready to become a wife, a Proverbs 31 wife. And so I'll speak more about that when I have more time. But my daughter's in the tub and my son will probably be walking through the door interrupting my recording. So I'm going to just kind of keep it kind of short when I have more time. But anywho, clarity, confirmation, getting closer to God. I'm believing in God for my husband, the man that God has for me. That's who I'm waiting for. And I keep telling myself that, Sasha, once you get off this 7-day water fast, do not get discouraged because you feel like everything is supposed to just fall in alignment as soon as you get off your fast. No, God is not on our time. So I have to ask Him for a spirit of patience. I just have to wait. Waiting on God is not comfortable. It does not feel good. It hurts. It can be discouraging. But it's necessary. When you're waiting on God. Of course, I can just go and get in any relationship with anybody or whatever, with anybody who is a decent person, anybody who seems nice, or anybody who compliments me or whatever. But after dealing with so many frauds, now I'm ready for my prince, and I want the man that God has for me, because the man that God has for me, I'm just gonna know, it's gonna be a spiritual knowing in my spirit. I'm gonna know, I feel like our spirits are gonna connect, they're gonna intertwine. He's gonna recognize my spirit, I'm gonna recognize his. We're gonna know, we just gonna know, because the Most High's hand is gonna be in it, He's ordained it, it's already so in heaven. It just has to manifest, in this realm. So, this has already been spoken. It's already been ordained, and it is what it is. It just has to manifest. But I have to just wait patiently on God, so I'm going to do a separate video about that. But that is one of the things that I'm believing in God for, a kingdom marriage ordained by the Most High. Some other things, needing for God to break some poverty out of my life, the spirit of limitation, spirit of doubt, spirit of procrastination, spirit of fear, gluttony. Y'all know I have a weakness with different junk foods, procrastination, laziness, just different things. And so you know, within this 7-day water fast, I am, you know, wanting to hear the voice of God more clearly, wanting to just spend that one-on-one time, alone time with him. The scripture that I'm gonna read tonight before I go to bed, I'm not gonna read a full chapter, but I am gonna read the story about Ruth, Boaz, and Naomi. Okay, I'm gonna read that, and that's gonna be my my spiritual bread or my spiritual food for tonight before I go to bed or whatever. So one of the reasons why I do want to get away from this 9 to 5 is because I feel like it is enslaving me in a sense to where I don't have enough time for God. Now I could make the sacrifice to get up at like 5 or 5:30 every morning to, you know, spend that prayer time with the Most High and, you know, read my word and different things like that. And hopefully I will get to that point because I do work a 9 to 5, and depending on what week it is, sometimes I have to work from 8 to 5 or 8:30 to 5:30, just depending on the day or the week or whatever. Depends on how the schedule is made for that week. But right now I'm at a point of where I'm a single mom. You know, I'm holding down the fort by myself, running the household, which is not easy. Working a 9 to 5 full-time job, 40 hours plus a week. Pretty much taking care of the kids, you know, by myself, in which I'm not complaining. I'm just calling it how it is. And also going to the gym, you know, and in my purpose, you know, doing this, creating content. So, you know, my schedule is, it's kind of busy, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. So in this season, I'm also learning how to balance. And so it's not an easy thing. But, you know, I feel like Rome was not built overnight, and I'm going to get to where the Most High is taking me. And, you know, even if it happens gradually or baby steps or whatever, I feel like as long as I'm doing something every day that's beneficial to my calling and to my purpose, like I'm going to eventually get where he wants me to go, because I've been trying to, I've been comfortable for too long. Like I just been stagnant for too long. This one of the things I want to break out my life: poverty, stagnation, spirit of limitation, doubt, fear, procrastination, all these different things, like double-mindedness. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And I don't want to be unstable. I want to be stable. I want to be rooted in God, rooted in the word of God. And so, you know, as I'm doing this fast, I'm just ready for downloads, fresh revelations, confirmation on my spouse. You know, not so much as who my spouse is or when it's going to happen, but just confirmation, you know, just clarity, instruction. Like I'm aligning myself. I'm getting in position because I feel in my spirit I'm anticipating marriage. I'm anticipating that my kingdom spouse, like God is, I know he doing some things behind the background that I don't see. So I'm positioning myself. And this fast right here is a fast that the Most High has been telling me to do for the longest, and I have refused to do it. If I just be honest, I have been blatantly in rebellion, just making excuses, just procrastinating for fear, and just being hard-headed, basically. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm a straight shooter. But like I'm tired of doing the same thing, expecting different results. So I'm ready for my man of God. I'm ready to walk in my purpose full time. I'm ready to travel. I'm ready to be a wife. Like I'm ready. Like I'm just ready. Like everything that God has for me, I'm ready. And so you know, I feel like he's trying to elevate me, but faith without works is dead. So if I don't do my part, then I'm gonna stay at the same level that I've been at. And you know, Yahuwah has been telling me, daughter, like you too low, like you've been down here for a long time, but I'm trying to bring you up here, you know. But I've been down here with playing with the sheeps and the goats, but now it's time for him to elevate me so I can be up here with the eagles, and just fly high, like, you know, the eagle that the Most High has called and ordained me to be. So that's pretty much all I got for now, because I don't want to make this video too long. But today is day 2 of my 7-day water fast, so feel free to join with me if you can, if you want to. Even though this is my first 7-day water fast, and this also is my first water fast pertaining to my ministry and my channel. This is gonna be one of many water fasts. So even if you don't feel urged to join this one, because I know it's short notice, actually this was something that I decided to do yesterday. Like, when I fast, I normally fast in secret. Like, I don't normally share it with people, but since I have a ministry and I'm, you know, doing something new, doing something different in this season, walking by faith, I decided yesterday to, you know, go public with it as far as, you know, pertaining to my ministry or whatever. So I hope that this fast, even if you don't do it, which I'm pretty sure that you won't, because it's such short notice and most people are not gonna start out with a 7-day water fast, and I don't encourage you to do that your first time around. However, I hope that this does motivate you to want to get in on another fast that I do in the future. And next time, since I know what to expect, I will let people know ahead of time that, hey, I'm doing a fast and y'all can join in with me if you want. And preferably, I'll get to a place where I'll be doing corporate fasts, you know, with multiple people and different things like that. And we'll be praying for different things, praying against different spirits or whatever like that. But baby steps. But so I'm gonna end it right here. I pray that y'all have a great night. Today is May 29th, I believe, Thursday, May 29th, 2025. And like I said, this is day 2 of my 7-day water fast. So, you know, comment y'all thoughts or whatever. Like, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok, and also subscribe to my channel, House of Prayer Ministries, right here on YouTube. And I'll see y'all tomorrow with more updates. Oh, and I did want to say this, how I feel. I left this part out. So when you do a water fast, when you get to about 24 hours of no food and only water, your body goes into like a state of ketosis. And ketosis basically is the body's way of burning stored fat in place of glucose, or in place of sugar and carbs. So me, for example, I'm a person who eats pretty much whatever I want, whenever I want to. Now, I have been doing better prior to the water fast as far as implementing more fruits and different things like that. But I still pretty much eat candy whenever I want to or whatever, but I'm trying to get away from that and get disciplined. So after about 24 hours of no food, your body goes into a state of ketosis, and it's the body's way of breaking down stored fat to fuel your body from a lack of glucose and sugar. So basically, if you're not indulging in carbs, glucose, sugar, starches, then all that stored fat that you have, your body is gonna start breaking down that stored fat. And then as a result of that, since your body no longer has those Red Bulls and pickles and cookies and cupcakes, all that stuff that I like to indulge in, since my body no longer has access to that to break down and fuel energy from that, now my body has to take what it can get. So it has to start breaking down all this fat, this adipose tissue. It's got to start breaking it down, and then that's when your body will just break down all that fat, and then that fat, your body will fuel from that fat. You'll use that energy from that fat instead of that glucose and carbs, which is an excellent way to burn fat. And so the main thing, after you see results of losing weight or inches or whatever, you want to maintain that if that's your goal. And the only way to do that is to exercise, to eat right, and incorporate drinking more water. All right, so I hope that helps y'all. Also, I want to say I did incorporate a turmeric supplement today. I think I left the bottle at work But turmeric, if you don't know, it's good for inflammation. All right, and I will share the benefits of turmeric in another video because this video is way longer than what I wanted it to be. All right, so day 2, and see y'all tomorrow on May 30th for day 3 of my 7-day water fast. And I cannot wait to share all of my downloads and revelations with y'all, and just share my confirmations. And I just cannot wait. Like, I cannot wait for God to just move in my life and move in y'all's life. And I just cannot wait to live in the manifestations of everything that God has spoken over my life and ordained for my life. All right. And I just cannot wait till I meet my kingdom spouse. All right. Good night.